New England residents often have wildlife present in their backyard. We interact with backyard wildlife in many ways. While they may be enjoyable and beautiful to watch, sometimes they can disturb the residents, the yard, or become a nuisance. We wanted to know what animals people have interacted with, how, and what actions they have taken.
What animals have you encountered on your property and what was the interaction?
Sometimes I just look outside and I see deer, I've seen bobcats, I've seen foxes, and I don't interact with them.
So when I was in my backyard, I actually saw a coyote come through, and instead of addressing the coyote, I ran back into my house because I didn't want to deal with it.
I would say deer is the most popular animal out of all of them. They always come around because my dad has a garden, so they try to eat all of his plants. So we send my dog out to scare them off.
We've seen rabbits, wild rabbits. They tend to build their little homes in our gardens, which is fine. The dog doesn't seem to mind too much. We've seen wild turkeys walk up the street, and we've seen coyotes because we have conservation land over there.
Did you take action or actively try to remove the animal from your property? If yes, what did you do, and if no, why not?
The deer, we sprayed all natural deer repellent to stop them from eating all the hostas and the food in the garden. Any other animal we pretty much left alone.
The only animal that we tried to get off our property were the skunk and the porcupine, and we went out with our firearm to try to see if we could find it, and we couldn't, so we actually didn't encounter them again.
So when I told my dad about it, he actually put a couple traps around there, and then we realized that brush really attracts the coyotes, so I helped my dad remove some of the brush so that most likely the coyote wouldn't return.
Some of the problems we've had are beavers. They make property damage, so we have to remove them by killing them. It's the only option we had left.
As long as we leave them alone, I don't think they're going to be doing anything, so I think it's fine that they're here.
Do you think the most effective way to remove wildlife is through traps and deterrents?
I think traps and deterrents are a good way. It might not be the best way to keep animals at bay, but it could be the best low budget option. But if there's ways you want to capture bigger animals, there might be other ways you can do that.
So I don't know that traps or deterrent sprays would be effective, simply because I feel like they would come back.
I don't know how well the sprays work for different animals. If I caught it, I would just re-release it somewhere other than my property, but it would probably wander off anywhere else. So
I don't think you should use traps or deterrent sprays for any animal. I think it sounds really hazardous. I think the only way to probably keep unwanted animals from your property is to put a fence up.
Can't hurt the animals. Oh, let them go off on their own.
Do you know who to contact to help relocate a wild animal if need be?
Animal control, which we did to relocate a baby skunk.
I do know that Fremont has a pet officer, so I would probably call her first, and I'm sure she would be able to tell me who to contact to relocate an animal.
I'm thinking animal control or maybe the police, if they can do anything about it.
Nope, not a clue.
Do you think it's safe to allow wild animals to continue to use or visit your property? Why or why not?
I think it's fine as long as they're not causing harm to me or my family or my dog. As long as they're just minding their own business, then I think it's fine.
As long as they're not destroying the property and just eating their natural food without destroying the property, then they're okay.
I believe it's safe. I imagine that most wild animals are more afraid of us than we are of them.
I don't think it's a bad thing for wildlife to be around because, wildlife is wildlife. If they haven't caused danger to you or pedestrians that you're around, then I think it's good to just keep them there and just keep them at bay. But if they have caused harm to you, I think that's when you need to step in and get animal control involved.
I'm not too picky what animals visit my property. As of right now, we kind of just let them do what they want.
I think it would be safe for them to use our property. I don't mind as long as my dog doesn't get hurt in the meantime.
There are many solutions to preventing wildlife that may be a nuisance in your backyard. These solutions aren't relocation, trapping, or poison. What you can do is use all natural deterrents, put locks on your trash cans, or you can modify your landscape to either accommodate the animals you'd like to use your yard, or modify it to make it not suitable for the animals you don't want. For more information, you can visit your local Fish and Game website, visit wildlifehelp.org, or call/contact your local animal control. Also, New England Fish and Game has a number to call specifically for wildlife issues.